So we're joined by new captain Emily Link, but we're on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline, and you personally were forced off with a head injury quite early on. First of all, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks for checking.
Okay, good. So I don't know at what point you recovered, but you presumably had a lot of time to watch us really dominate in terms of possession in the first half. Thoughts on how we set up? We had sort of a fairly normal 4-2-3-1, I think.
Yes.
With you starting off up top.
Yes. I think started the game really strongly. By the way, I did agree to do this interview when I thought it would be the first captaincy and, a 3-0 win and a beautiful day out. But it wasn't meant to be. But I do think we've got some brilliant additions to the squad. Got strength and depth. Like, you could look at the subs bench and incredible talent about to come on. So I think we started really well. In the first half, we played brilliant football all the way up until maybe the final third.
Yeah.
And then we just couldn't convert into a goal.
Yeah.
And actually, we're getting frustrated probably by that.
Okay. So, and I suppose the standout chance in the first half, I mean, credit to their keeper.
Yes.
She did make an amazing save with her legs. But
yes,
Maria's chance. But some other chances that were kind of like half chances and things that were in and around. Egley went wide with a header from a...
Yes.
It was a header from a corner as well.
Yes.
A couple of other sort of chances. So we were well on top. And Chelsea not really figuring in the match at that point.
No, it had very little to do, but I'm sure still very alert. It just felt like it wasn't our day for those chances just falling in the back of the net. Like, we were getting all the way there. And, some of those I was already celebrating, thinking it had already gone in, and then really quickly realised that actually that was not the case and we needed to go again.
So second half, a lot of it was more of the same, maybe slightly more withdrawn. And there was obviously some changes that came in.
So a little bit, I guess we lost a bit of intensity. It was a hot day. People had worked really hard. And I think people had, by that point, were a bit frustrated with the fact that we hadn't got on the score sheet just yet. And you could see us kind of dying a little bit, but moments of intensity. And we started to grow. It was kind of coming together, I think, probably midway through the second half. Yeah.
So, okay. So, and at that point, we did actually force I remember we went close from a corner. And
Again, celebrated probably too early, thinking it had crossed the line. But it hadn't.
And we also had a penalty shot in there as well.
We did.
Where it seemed to be hauled down.
We did.
But the referee didn't give us anything. And I guess
I'm nervous about saying too much about that. But
okay, fine.
I think probably if I were to zoom out and be less emotional about it, I don't think that was the right decision. But we wouldn't be debating things like that if we had already got 3-4 goals and, that wouldn't have meant so much. But it meant a lot, given it would have given us an opportunity in front of goal to go 1-0 up.
And then what felt like a bit of a sucker punch, you could almost see it coming. We got away with one where they'd hit the post when they were through.
Yeah.
And then it's a corner.
Yeah.
We don't really need to give away that corner. I'm sure you don't need me to say
that.
No.
And very valid.
And then there's a header in, and it's almost the end, and we can't do anything more about it.
It's just sod's law, isn't it? Okay. It felt like it was against the run of play.
Yeah.
They were open. There were moments where they were opening us up, but it felt very much like our still game to go and win it rather than to lose it.
Yeah.
And then even when they got that second corner off the first corner that they threw, got into the box, it was a great delivery.
Yes.
It's written in the stars that this is how they're going to get 1-0 up and go for the win. And they celebrated like they'd won a cup. So that's how much it means when you come and win at Clapton.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so how do you pick the team up? I mean, obviously you're not with them at the moment.
No. So I think it's maybe in some ways, if you would take some positives from it, a good place to start the season. Like, we've been playing really well in our friendlies leading into it. I don't want to say we were complacent, but games aren't just going to be they roll over and we get the 3 points. So hopefully we can take the fire in the belly and the frustration from this week and really put that into training this week and next Sunday and get the 3 points.
Big match next Sunday as well.
Big match next Sunday, against some rivals, which will be good fun.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Emily.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks for coming out and talking to us after disappointing loss. On to next week.
We move. Brilliant. And thanks for all the fans coming down. It's always a delight.
Great.
Thank you.